is it? It's Monday. We got Young Life today. Let's go. Get to get a Young Life tonight, hang out with my friends, learn about the Lord. I'm stoked. I know you've all heard about Young Life, but why don't you come and see what it's really about? Make sure to come out. It's our first Young Life Club. Why the hell not? 802. First Baptist. Can you see First Baptist?
Be there or be square.
Facts.
Thank you. Young Life.
Clark's coming. Hey, come and see. Come on, Clark, come and see. Exactly. Line it up. Anyways, what's Young Life? That's a great question. On Mondays nights, Young Life Club. Great time to hang out with your friends. Wednesday nights, that's when we have campaigners, where we dive deeper into the Lord's Scripture. It's a blast. Come along, let's show you what it's all about.
There's this common conversation that happens between kids and their parents. It's September, the leaves are falling, and every kid in the universe is excited about one thing: Friday night football. The teenager finishes dinner at home and is already halfway out the door when he turns around and shouts, "Mom, I'm going to my Young Life leader's house after the game." Not so fast, mister. Explaining Young Life isn't easy. The only thing harder than explaining Young Life is explaining Young Life to worried parents. How worried? Kitchen table conversation worried. The hardest part to explain for the kid isn't the Young Life events or the Young Life camps. It's the relationship with these guys. Who are these people, and why do they spend all their time with high schoolers and middle schoolers? What's a Young Life leader? It's Monday. The leader is supposed to get up at 5:45 a.m. They end up getting up at 5:54, so no time to shower. They need to be at a school that they didn't graduate from in 20 minutes to pass out donuts. Luckily, they can drive to this school in their sleep because they've spent every Monday for months doing the same exact thing, which is why they threw away the donut holes and started using the whole thing, no pun intended. Even though no one wanted donuts and they burned through half a tank of gas, they consider the morning a success. It's back up to the school that they didn't graduate from. It's campaigners tonight, which is pretty much just a Bible study for people that wouldn't usually come to one. Moms are happy everywhere that their child's NIV is no longer collecting dust.
Campaigners is a place where people can be real. It's a place where people are free to ask the questions that they've always been thinking and find out those answers.
Right before they sleep, they briefly recall all the new names that they had learned that day at the school that they didn't graduate. Alright, you get it. Tuesday. Sun rises. Tuesday is an almost identical day to Monday, minus the donuts and plus a basketball game. They see that student again. They laugh at one of your jokes. Let's go! On their way back home, they stop by the local sports bar and ask about fundraising opportunities. The leader needs to raise a lot of money and not a lot of time if they want all the students to go to Young Life Camp. What's Young Life Camp? It's the best week of your life, but we really don't have time to talk about that. Club Day. Young Life's party with a purpose. The leader has been rehearsing their lines for weeks for a silly skit that may or may not be funny. Anyways, Club isn't just some loud event that starts at 8:08. It's a loud event that breaks down walls. It just happens to be at a goofy time.
Young Life Club's weird.
Play a ton of games, listen to music, dance, talk at the end about Jesus.
That one student came and had the best time while hearing about a God who loved them. The leader has now spent a total of 5 hours and a tank and a half of gas of going to and from the school that they lead at. It's a quiet Sunday afternoon, the perfect time to catch up on work. Then the phone rings. It's from an unknown number, which usually means don't pick up, but for some reason, they do. It's that student. They asked to get lunch. Suddenly, homework isn't important. I'm on my way. The donuts, the basketball games, they're good things. In fact, they're great. But they're meaningless if they don't lead to something bigger. This is the heartbeat of Young Life, and it always has been. The something doesn't have to be sensational. It doesn't have to be spectacle. It doesn't have to be club, campaigners, or even Young Life Camp. The walls are already down, the teenager is already won, and the stage is already set for something. It's this: to introduce teenagers to Jesus Christ and help them grow in their faith. It looks like this. It's not just because they care, but it's because they've been transformed by God's love and feel compelled to share that in the best way they know how. What's a Young Life leader? They're people, just like you and I. But what does a Young Life leader do? They care. And it looks a lot like showing up one day at a time.
It's true. Young Life leaders are truly the backbone of this organization. Without them, Young Life would just be a club, not a home. Now, many people wonder how Young Life clubs get started. For that, I asked Jenny Leonetti, who started Ridgepoint Young Life.
Hi everybody, I'm Jenny Leonetti. I just want to share my story, how my husband Donald and I started Young Life in the Missouri City area. We moved all the furniture out of our living room, set up the sound equipment in there, and just invited the kids. So it started in our living room, and it grew to be, we had about 95 kids showing up every week in our living room, and eventually we were able to find another location to house everyone. But it was just that stepping out and just making an action instead of talking about it. Once we started having all these kids in our home, then it kind of grew into just falling in love with Young Life. For me personally, it turned into years of volunteering as a leader, going to camp, and I'm not a young spring chicken or anything, but I still was able to keep up with the kids at camp and just love on them. And then I started opening up my home for campaigners and just getting a little bit deeper into the Word and the Bible and understanding who Jesus is. And it was just a really amazing time, not only for me, but just it was a great time to grow these kids' faith in Jesus and give them a safe place to come to every day where they could share about stuff they're going through in their life, but then also give them the tools and to be able to deal with it, the real life stuff.
Hi, I'm Angel. I'm the mother of Elena Rose, or like my mom likes to say, Rosa Elena. I love Young Lives. At first, I was very scared to attend. It felt like somewhere I didn't want to be. And then I started coming, and I loved it. It was life change for me. I automatically changed my schedule and decided to start coming because of the beautiful other mothers that were just in the same boat as me. And it felt like a support system for me, and it's something that I love to do.
As a Young Life leader, I get the privilege to pour into kids the way that I wish I was being poured into when I was their age. I get to see them live a life like Jesus, or get to know Jesus a little bit more. And also as a leader, I get the privilege to go to camp. And camp means that I get to build a forever relationship and a bond that can't be just built through club and campaigners. I get to ride a bus with them for 16 hours and get to know them on a personal level. I also get to see them all through the week, get to know and learn about Jesus, and then at the end of the week we get to go home and I get to pour into them more and watch them live a very purposeful life and one that looks like Jesus.
Young Life is a place where I can go to learn about God with my high school friends and my high school community, but we all come from different places, different churches. Some of us might not even go to church, and it's a place where we can learn about God and grow through Him together as a community. I go to campaigners because it's a place where I can grow deeper in my faith with everyone, and also you can openly invite people to church. That's what I like about it.
It smells wonderful. You know what else is wonderful? The youth ministry program set up for middle schoolers called Wildlife. And let me tell you, it's pretty wild. And I know that for a fact because every month I get the opportunity as a senior to volunteer and hang out with them.
Hi, my name is Dana Barger. I am the middle school wildlife leader for the Fort Bend, Missouri City area. I am a middle school teacher here in Fort Bend ISD at a local middle school. So I work with middle school children all day long. I see the excitement and the joy in middle school children. I see their enthusiasm for almost every single thing they do. But I also see the struggles that middle school students go through. It is such a hard age. It's such an awkward age. It's a time where there's so much pressure from their peers, from social media, and just the outside world in general. They're trying to figure out who they are. I am so happy that we have wildlife here in our neighborhood that can provide a safe place for our middle school students to come, a place that they can come and play games, make up skits, do fun activities, but most importantly, learn about the Lord. I am very excited to work with our youth and to teach them about the Lord, to dig deep into the Bible and show them that the Lord is always here for them. He is never going to forsake them, and he's going to get them through. I am so excited to see what the Lord has in store for Fort Bend, Missouri City Wildlife.
Young Life, it's your boy Calvin Harvey coming from Boone Pickens Stadium. Look at that view. Man, this place changed me for the better. And really what changed me for the better was Young Life, doing it as a senior. I know y'all boys out there, Daniel Shesky. I know your boys, Casey Cochran. I know your boy, Micah. I need y'all to go out there and participate. And all the girls, I know you, Mariana, London, all y'all, Josie, all y'all need to participate. It's fun being a senior. It's fun doing it all. When you can do it all your senior year, represent God. Miss Kim, I know you're going to take care of the kids back home at HTX. I appreciate y'all. Go join Young Life, go represent Ridgepoint, and live through Christ. Amen.
Hi guys, my name is Kaylee Barker. I recently graduated from Ridgepoint High School in 2021, and I've been a longtime member of Fort Bend Young Life. I got the chance to become a part of Wildlife in middle school, and that was a place where I could just really grow my faith for the first time, and ask a lot of questions and get to know a lot of things about Jesus and who he was, and if I wanted him in my life. And thankfully, I was mentored by some great people and decided that that's something I wanted to continue and have in my life. So I continued with Young Life in high school. I loved Young Life, loved hanging out at club on Monday nights. Got to meet a lot of cool friends and learn a lot about the Lord. And then I got a really cool opportunity my junior year of high school to go to the Crooked Creek Ranch in Colorado. And I would say that week at camp was one of the most pivotal weeks in my testimony, in my life, and really has just pointed me towards Jesus even more. God showed up for me in so many ways that week and really showed that he was what I needed to center my life around and to follow him. And I had known the Lord for a long time, but Young Life was just a really cool place for me to see that through different testimonies and through different people discipling me, and really make that choice for myself and see how that could fit into my life. So I went throughout high school and graduated thinking Young Life was over for me, and that was just a great experience and kind of put me on the right path. But I got nudged to join UT Young Life, and I didn't even know we had Young Life in college, and that has ended up being one of the most amazing experiences of my life. And I would just say that Young Life from Fort Bend is really what pushed me towards it. And now I'm in a college small group. I've met my best friends again from Young Life, and I'm a leader for freshman high school girls. And it's just a really cool way to see how Young Life has worked through my life in every stage, and really pointing me towards Jesus through it all. And I even got the chance to come back home this summer and be an intern for Miss Kim and work with Fort Bend Young Life as a leader, which was crazy, full circle moment. I got to go to camp with some girls and disciple some girls there. So Young Life has just really played a huge role in my life, in my faith, and really my testimony and why my faith is so strong and why it's the center of my life. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share, but I love Fort Bend Young Life, and things are coming to Banquet.
Another ministry we have is Young Lives. Their goal is to walk alongside teen parents. We're going to take a moment and show you what it's all about.
I was 15 when I first got pregnant. I thought it was gonna be like me, my boyfriend, we have our baby now, we're gonna be together forever. And then after a few months, I realized that none of that was gonna come true.
When I got pregnant, I was a sophomore. I thought my life was over.
As a kid, I moved around a lot, but then I hit high school, not thinking of my actions, I got pregnant. That's when I had a reality check.
Teen pregnancy crosses all boundaries. It's in all of our communities, it's in all of our neighborhoods. Teen moms are probably some of the most isolated and overlooked people in our society.
Their greatest need is having someone that loves them and values them.
I needed help, someone to guide me and tell me not to give up because I was pregnant. And then I found Young Lives.
Young Lives is Young Life's ministry to teen moms.
We get to be the voice that reminds them that they have value and that their children have value.
Mentoring really is the heartbeat of Young Lives. As the mentors build relationships with teen moms, then they invite them to Young Lives Club.
For that hour, they can have fun, they can sing, they can learn, and somebody's taking care of their baby.
I felt accepted. I felt it was okay, that I was gonna be okay, that this man Jesus, he loves me. That Jesus loved me no matter what, no matter my past, no matter what I was doing.
I feel good when I'm out the house and I'm with other mothers. It feels good, like, okay, good, I'm not the only one with the baby. I'm not the only one going through this.
We have the opportunity to take girls to Young Lives Camp, a traditional camp that high school kids would go to. We turn it into a week for teen moms and their babies.
To come to a beautiful camp and hear the truth about Jesus and his love for them, and also experience adventure and build new relationships.
I made a decision to follow Christ when I went to camp. I think it was the right decision because I want to have a good relationship with God and for my son to have one too.
I told God, you know what, God, I need you in my life. I need you in my daughter's life. Since I've accepted God into my life, my heart is at peace. Life isn't easier, but I'm not alone.
I didn't have any hope for the future, really. I didn't feel like I wanted to do anything with my life.
I told my daughter, Amaya, look, Amaya, this is our new life. No more the struggle, no more anger. It's gonna be me and you and God, and we're gonna make it through.
I just want to take the time and say thank you all for coming out tonight and taking the time to learn about what Fort Bend Young Life is and what it means to us. But stay in your seat. We're not done just yet. I want to take this moment to introduce my mom. She's going to take the time and tell you what tonight's about and what our mission is. Now, it's been a pleasure, and it's been one ride. But my time here is done. I'll see y'all next year. And remember, why the hell not?
Hi, my name is Beth Shields, and I'm here to talk to you about Young Life because I had 3 boys that went through the program, and they all had a wonderful experience, but a very unique and different experience. Paul Thompson, who you've seen in the videos, is my youngest, and he's still in the program right now. My middle child, Colin, is 22. He was in and out, went to classes and meetings when he felt like it, and chose not to go to camp, that sort of thing. And then my oldest son, PJ, who's 24, he really dug deep into Young Life, did wilderness camp. All of his friends were very involved, got a lot out of it. And the best thing about Young Life is that it was always there for them. It didn't matter if they didn't feel like being with me on a Monday night, they had a place to go. If our church wasn't giving them the message that they needed, they had a place that was safe that they could learn about God. So I'm just asking you to dig deep and think about supporting Young Life, because without your support, the programs wouldn't be available for the kids, no matter what the year, what the age, what the school, it just wouldn't be there for them. And I think it's very important for them to have a safe place to land when they want to learn about God. And I hope you give. Thanks.